Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I had a pretty fun day on fun week on Twitter. Oh, buddy!
Augie against the world.
I have been on scorched earth on fucking
Augie,
everyone.
Look at the you might like Twitter accounts, dude.
Yeah, she's been in there
like it, dude. You might like her, dude.
I would have to disagree with that. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I am at my wit's end with stupid people. All right, that's it. All right, I've already decided what my New Year's resolution is gonna be. All right, it's gonna be to maybe stop letting these people get offend me so much with their retardation. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be difficult. All right, because I'm at my wit's end with these people. Not necessarily like stupid people. That's like overgeneralizing, but I am going to war with hyper woke YouTube. All right, I've had it. All right. Everyone who just throws the term racist out. I went at it with Def Noodles. I went at it with this person, who's a 160K T YouTuber. Let me tell you guys where this all started. So, we're all jumping on criticizing Def Noodles or whatever, and she basically, she's some Twitch, or not Twitch, she's some T YouTuber or something like that. Alright, yeah, and by the way, Connor and Chad, what's up, man? My ass got suspended for this, and you were off scot-free. My Twitter account is clean, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Called somebody a fat slut, Augie.
I called somebody a fat slut.
Clean is the word I would use.
I told somebody to jam sharp objects into the body last night. I've been having fun. Although I did delete that one, so I won't get flagged, but I'm having fun, alright? Leave me be. But no, I mean, look, I'm not off warranted or whatever, and if you watch the Edwin stream, you know my reasoning for this. So this person is basically saying, or whatever, that we're absolutely going after Def Noodles because he's a brown guy. That's why we're going after him, because he's brown. And I'm like, I wish I could read minds as well as you. Oh wait, you're actually kind of shit at it. Fuck off with the they are doing it because they're racist, and take a look at the situation, point where race was even brought up until it was used as a victim card. And then she just responds, well, racist man says what? And I'm like, oh, guys, she said the word or whatever. And then I screenshotted that, easiest debate of my life. And she subtweets me. She says, you know who's the most scared about being called a racist? Racist people. Which is already just fucking awful logic anyway. Because that's like saying, like, if I accuse you of murdering somebody and you get mad at that, you're like, oh, I didn't murder. What are you talking about? Then, I mean, what are you, just guilty of murdering people by that logic? I don't know. They first in line with, how am I? Oh, please, misogyny commentary Twitter is back at it again. And so I pull a Xander Hall. I pull my best Xander Hall impression. I said, want to talk about it on stream? Which didn't happen, by the way. Absolutely not. I'm literally playing with my pussy anytime you suggest we go live. Fucking schedule is packed up. I'm sorry. She's an OnlyFans slut, by the way, just so you guys know. That's why.
Dude, she's playing with her pussy. She can't come on.
And so I wrote back, I can see why you sell your looks and not your ideas. Which I thought was a pretty good line. You know, had to get one in there. So she starts fucking, she just plugs her product or whatever, completely backs out and stuff like that. So I start shitting on her fans instead, and one thing leads to another. I see Nick Diorio goes in there or whatever, and he responds very calmly. So I do my best, I do what I think is the best move at the time, and I just go off. I'm like, Nick, this fat slut on OnlyFans, she's busy. According to what she told me, dude, she's got her whole schedule packed. So you leave her alone, man. Leave her alone. She's clearly busy over here. All right.
Augie, don't use the word packed with her schedule. Holy shit.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Gross.
No.
I'm mad at you for calling her a slut.
And so, of course, a few people, and I kind of see the logic or whatever. They're trying to be clean or whatever on Twitter, but people are like, I disavow what Augie said. I disavow what Augie said, and I'm just like, yeah, stay mad, stay weak, or whatever.
Dude, she literally replied to you talking about her pussy in like an unrelated conversation.
Yeah, so what else am I supposed to say? I know nothing about this person. When I was arguing with her, I didn't even know she was a YouTuber. I literally didn't know. News to me. I don't watch her videos. I tried to skim through a couple today while I was on call with Nick. I just couldn't. I'm sorry. So,
they're boring, or
she takes a day off Twitter, and she fires back with a tweet right here where I'm quoting Leafy. Because somebody tried to cancel Leafy for saying the N-word, and his first example was where Leafy said, good morning, N-words. It was a soft day. And so I said, what's wrong with telling the N-words good morning? I'm just quoting. Yeah. I'm just saying, what's wrong with telling them good morning? So she screenshots that, and as an attempt to cancel me. So then I respond with the only thing I can think of. What's wrong with telling them good morning? Because my entire conversation with this person is trying to keep them on focus. I'm trying to keep them on focus. I want to know. I want to pick your brain. How are we racist? How are we the bad guys in this situation? I want to pick your brain. And she can't say anything because she's some BLM nut on Twitter. All right, she only knows one word: racist. And so I'm just like, okay, well, what do I can't do anything with this. You know what I mean? So I ratioed the ever living shit out of her. She tried to cancel me on Twitter, and I got like more than double her likes. And I mean, it's
now,
about
misogynist. She might have a leg to stand on.
You know what?
That one,
I'll take it. I'll take it. Misogynist, maybe you got a point. Racist, I don't know. I don't think that there's anything that would fucking, you know, I mean, I've made plenty of misogyny jokes. I'd never really gone on here and just been flat out racist. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Also,
I can't think of anything at least. I don't know.
Like your actual like.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm goofing around or whatever. Let's not you know pretend for a moment that making jokes like actually means you're fucking racist or whatever. I don't care. Here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing. People think I care a lot more than I do or whatever. I don't care enough to fucking, like, I don't have enough energy in my body to where if I was racist, I would give a fuck or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care. Sorry, don't care. So then I called into Edwin's stream. Because they were talking about it when I tuned in. And I argued with his chat for 4 fucking hours straight. And I fucking owned them, but they were so mad at me or whatever, and it was a scene, let me tell you. So then another day goes past, all right, and they start pulling out tweets where I'm saying certain words or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, it's a good clip, based. And then they start celebrating the fact that I'm off YouTube or whatever. Petty Page returns or whatever. She's gloating about my strike. She's laughing about it.
Wait, they got on you for saying the F slur?
Yeah.
Dude, do you think they'll give me like $1,000 if I give them my DMs with you? Dude, I could be fucking rich right now.
You could actually generate a profit.
Cut Augie in on it. Yeah.
Dude, I just start selling people screenshots of Augie saying slurs for money.
I mean, I could easily, you know, I think I could have a higher mark if I show your DMs, but you know.
Yeah, let's produce some.
You see what I tweeted today? I literally embrace it. Like my fucking Twitter's the most base shit ever.
After the whole Petty Page stuff, I'm kind of chilling on Twitter or whatever. You know, I'm having a good time or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I go on Nick's stream where we're like ranking commentary YouTubers. We're doing the whole tier list meme or whatever. We get really bored. We start ranking commentary channels and stuff like that. And we start ranking this particular kid. His name is Pieman. You might have seen it on Twitter. He's a bit of a meme or whatever. So we're having a good time, you know, it's a very lighthearted, chill stream. And then A-Star calls in, all right? And I'm actually gonna play the clip right here because I hate when YouTubers say we need to talk about this, but I actually want to talk about this. We need to talk about this right here.
This is gonna make me fucking angry again.
There's a level of bitchhood that really needs to be addressed.
So A-Star calls into the stream.
I just want everyone to know Boblex made a cameo in this guy's video.
I also die laughing.
I have a cameo.
Yeah, it's lighthearted, we're chilling, we're having a good time or whatever.
Too. Listen, Nick, the reason why I wanted you to pull me in here before you rank him is that I would have given this guy S tier.
A-Star wanted to be pulled in.
Let him speak.
A-Star the entire night was just begging to get in here, just begging to come in.
I wanted you to pull me in here before you rank him is that I would have given this guy S tier just for how cringe it is, if it weren't for the fact that I just exposed him on Twitter right now for flirting with a 12-year-old.
dude, I just exposed him. And he might be listening or whatever. You might be thinking like, well, okay, what's wrong with that? He's talking to a 12-year-old. You just talked about red kiwis or whatever. No. Here's the one minor little detail that changes the whole story.
Yeah, that Aiden brings up in the clip.
Pieman is a retarded 15-year-old, all right? And I'm saying that seriously. Pieman is 15, and he is socially fucked. I'm not saying that to shit on the guy, all right?
He's just autistic. It is what it is.
No, this guy is socially... He's not fully there, you know what I mean?
All right,
and
just socially.
Dude, the kid has autism, and he doesn't have any friends.
He doesn't have any friends. There's DMs where he's like, I've never talked to girls before. Twitter is the only time I get to talk to girls or whatever. So he sends a cringy DM to a 12-year-old while he's 15. 3-year age gap. They're both minors.
Know she's 12 at the time.
They're both minors.
Well,
the DM was like...
It's 15 and 12.
The DM was basically saying stuff like, oh, I just found out you're 12, and I kind of feel like a pedo or something like that, and stuff. It's a sketchy DM. I'm not gonna lie. The DM is sketchy. The DM is questionable. The DM is a little bit AIDS. All right. That being said, we're talking about two minors here. And so A-Star gets on the stream, he's like, dude, I just exposed him. I got him. I got him. You know, full pedophile hunter or whatever.
He's 15.
Yes.
He's 15.
But he was turned on by it.
By a 12-year-old?
He sounds so
15.
happy,
It's
dude.
weird.
He's
It's not
smiling
fucking
ear to ear
illegal.
when he said that
I
one.
didn't say it's illegal. It's fucking weird.
All right, guys, I'm seeing a lot of S's and a lot of leave the
Put him
internet.
on Yeah, see, me and Nick are just trying to ignore it. Nick's like, okay, where do I put him? I'm like, put him on S. I don't even care about that. Dude, I'm like, put him on S anyway, dude.
Listen, all right? Listen.
And Nick needs to get in here, by the way, because I need to have a serious talk about where he puts me specifically in that tier list. Why am I next to the sexual deviants? I want to know this.
I don't want to hear
Listen,
a fat ass complain tonight.
Oh my god.
But, can I, really quick, I just want to say, this is, like, probably the one time where I fucking, like, had the better take than fucking everybody
Yeah,
else. Like,
Aiden was the voice of reason. He's the
Dude,
voice of reason in here.
Aiden won
Listen,
the game.
Nick was the first one to be the voice of reason.
everyone on
He
Twitter
the
was
first
bashing
response.
the shit out of this kid. They're like, you might not be a pedo. It might be impossible for you to be a pedo, but you're gonna grow up to be a pedophile. You're gonna grow up to be a fucking pedo. This kid fires up a live stream for 2 hours yesterday. Everyone who calls in is just bashing the shit out of him.
No, it's not him who started the live stream. It's him and his friends who want to expose him.
Yeah, his
And then
friends fire up a live
afterwards-
stream with him.
and a couple people come on, and then afterwards they save the stream, they make it public, even though in the stream they said they're gonna delete it. They make it public anyways, and then they put like featuring Augie, Blue Blacks, John Swan, even though we called in for like 2 minutes in a 2-hour stream. It's like so.
These
like they're
kids,
trying
like,
to,
everyone around
farm
this guy-
views off their friends.
Hold on.
Eyes,
I gotta
dude.
hold on.
They're
Hold on.
not
Hold
good
on. Hold on.
friends, dude.
I gotta explain this. All right. Everyone around
sorry.
this kid or whatever. This kid is fucked up socially. All right. Everyone around him is immediately turns on him. Everyone calls him a pedo or says he's gonna grow up to be a pedo, even though he's like a fucking kid who sent a cringy DM to another kid. This is a nothing burger, guys. I'm sorry, but there's nothing to this. It's two kids. All right. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Sorry, don't care. Okay? So everyone starts bashing the shit out of this kid, calling him a pedo. I make a few jokes about it too, but whatever. But I'm always upfront about, like, I think this is a nothing burger. I think you guys are all fucking spurgs who are trying to, like, play the Chris Hansen bit. You guys are trying to hunt pedos for clout or whatever. Do this whole pedo hunting meme or whatever. I think this shit is fucking cringe. I think it's gay. I think there's nothing to this. Well, then the kid issues a little note last night saying he's gonna off himself. He put up a Google Doc saying he's gonna kill himself or whatever. And everybody in the group chat starts freaking the fuck out. They're like, oh no, dude, I went too far. I went too far, guys. Oh no, I feel so bad for him. Does anyone have his Discord contact? I feel so bad for him. And because I made one joke about the situation, because I made one fucking joke, everyone starts crawling up my ass about it. Everyone's like, Augie, what did you say? Augie, what's up? I'm like, you fucking morons, all right? I'm the one who said this shit was stupid. Now you're gonna pull the role reversal on me? No, you guys are fucking spurgs. And I went off on A-Star in the chat too. I said, A-Star, you fucking moron. You call into the show last night where we're having a good time. We're just having a laugh. You call in, you wanna, I just exposed this guy for being a pedo. I got him down, guys. It's like, no, he's a kid. He's a kid. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. And now everyone's flipping their shit. Everyone's like, I didn't want him to kill himself. I feel so bad about it. All right, you know what? You know what's probably going to happen or whatever? Probably nothing's going to happen if I had to guess, based on my personal experiences with situations that are exactly like this. But you know what? This all could have been completely avoided. And I hate the fucking fact, last night, not everybody, but a few people were like, Augie, look what you did or whatever. Look what you've done. As if I did literally anything about this situation.
Your Colin was so lighthearted. I think your Colin would have helped with anything or been neutral.
Dude, I called into that kid's show. I support him. I am unironically a Pieman fan. All right, I like Pieman. I don't give a fuck what he did. I could care less. That's my. Maybe that's a nuclear stance. I don't care. But I just love this. It's like it takes me back to high school so well because I had the exact same experience happened to me back then. Just for a little personal story or whatever. My old friend group in high school or whatever, we had this group or whatever, and it was pretty chill. We had our friends or whatever. Then we had this one girl to the group or whatever. And every night, she fucking would go off the rails. She'd be like, you guys aren't paying attention to me. I'm gonna kill myself or whatever. And because she actually had depression or whatever, like, everyone in the group would freak the fuck out. They'd be like, holy shit, dude. So they'd get into a call with her. They'd fucking like, are you feeling better or whatever? They'd do this shit for like an hour straight every single day. And I used to freak out too. Until a month passed. And then I was like, wait a minute, this bitch is fucking using all of us. So I fucking quietly left the group. I'm like, nah, I don't give a, sorry. I'm not gonna fall for this shit, all right? I'm not saying every case is like that, all right? If somebody is saying they're gonna off themselves, you should take that seriously or whatever. But I had this exact same fucking social dynamic happen to me, all right? And the worst part about it is that if you don't do anything about it, people are like, why aren't you helping her out, Augie? She's fucking suicidal, you fucking asshole. Why aren't you helping her out? But then, if you do try to do something about it, everyone is just like, oh, you weren't there, you weren't in the call with her or whatever. And it takes me back to high school, so this cringy fucking 3-year-old dynamic or whatever. So I'm sorry, I'm fucking going off because I just
got woke on the woman question.
Dude, that's exactly how I got woke on this shit, dude. When I was like 15, I figured everything out. I'm like, wait a minute.
He learned a lot about women at 15.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And again, let me clarify something before I even talked, all right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't take shit like that seriously. If your friend is suicidal or whatever, you should reach out to them. You should do a wellness check. You should be like, hey, what's going on? Like, don't do that. You should talk to them or whatever. But here's the deal, all right? I can't get over the fact, and this is my main point, but I cannot get over the fact that everybody was shitting all over this kid. Everybody was like inserting into this kid's mind for hours straight, all day. You're gonna grow up to be a pedo. You're gonna grow up to molest kids. You're gonna grow up to be an awful fucking person. They were unironically saying that shit. And then when this kid goes AWOL, when they start feeding this kid horrible information, this kid goes nuts. He goes loony. He goes off the wall, whatever. Everyone's like, I don't know what I did wrong. I gotta help this kid. I don't want him to off himself. It's like, what did you expect? What did you fucking expect?
All the people talking about them, they knew he was socially inept, but maybe they need to look at their own social ineptitude with how they react to the situation. Because we have fucking grown adults waking up, like, this is happening over multiple days. It isn't just like a couple hours he's thinking about it. There's grown adults waking up and being like, oh my god, Pieman. Oh my god, how am I going to talk about Pieman on the internet today? Shut up, dude. Like, literally, like, what? You guys are adults. Like, what? It's just so crazy to me.
So I think I
like
can
an
speak,
A-star, man.
I think I can speak a little more from like Pieman's perspective. We're obviously not the same person, but I'm a 15-year-old. I'm pretty socially awkward. I use like the online as an escape sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
like,
a fucking loser, yeah.
I also have moments where people gang up on me and shit. I mean, I haven't been called a pedo or anything. But what I want to say is that as soon as this kid, the minute the tweets came out about this, I was following this from the very, very beginning, and I told everybody how stupid they were. And now once this kid became suicidal, everybody's backtracking and changing their like they didn't say it at the beginning. Like I know everyone who fucking said it at the beginning.
Yeah, guys I know
who you are. I know who the fuck you are. You called an autistic 15-year-old who's socially awkward. You got about 100 people to call him a pedophile over and over and imply that he's going to be a future groomer. Do you know how fucking disgusting that is? Like, my friends of mine, I've like now decided to distance myself from because of this whole fucking situation. I'm ashamed right now.
Aiden's right.
I'm ashamed.
Dude, and I'm not even gonna lie.
Ashamed of you.
I'm not even gonna lie, dude. People that I like had awful fucking takes on this. I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name them, but I like people that I like, people in this community, and I don't talk to anyone. All right, some of the few people that I talked to were even had fucking awful takes on this. So
now, do you think that they were genuinely remorseful for possibly bullying a kid?
Yeah,
like,
I do think they were genuinely remorseful, but that's the problem.
Or do they not want to be, or do they not want to get dragged?
Well,
it depends on actually does end up.
It depends on who we're talking about. It depends on who we're talking about.
Yeah,
I think
because like some of them, I have a feeling they're like they're more afraid that, oh shit, if he actually does it, we're gonna get fucked. The people that I like, I believe they're genuinely remorseful. But it's just like, what the fuck do you expect or whatever? I mean, you gotta understand too, this kid is not a YouTuber, alright? Yeah, he has a video out, but he's not a YouTuber. He's some 400 sub-followers spurg on Twitter, alright? He looks up to all of us, alright? He thinks we're all badasses, we're all heroes or whatever. What is it like for this kid? And I'm not...
if he made a joke about the situation, I don't give a fuck, all right? I'm always pro joke or whatever. I made jokes about the situation or whatever. But it's like, look, if you're a really, you know, socially off kid who has like superheroes on the internet that are all just shitting on him, telling him he's gonna grow up to be like the worst thing in the world, what do you expect is gonna happen? The kid's gonna go AWOL. He's gonna go haywire. I don't think he's gonna do anything to himself. I don't believe that. But if it gets to this situation, I think things could have been done to stop this. And I don't know. I just got mad because people are flipping out on me. And
this isn't the. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and I'll just say this. All the fucking Edwin fans that I pissed off or whatever when I went on his stream, and all the fucking Petty Page fans, dude, they were writing up tweet threads about how I tried to get a kid to kill himself or whatever. They just were completely just lying about me and just writing threads about, they're like, this YouTuber, Augie, trying to get me deplatformed and stuff, even though I barely had anything to do in this situation. It genuinely, and I need to stop letting Twitter spurgs get to me, but it actually made me feel a little bit sick. I'm just like, man, you're gonna use this situation of all things to get your one up on me or whatever. Not that I did anything wrong in the first place, but even if I did, you're gonna use this shit to fucking own me. It's like the Keemstar situation. I'm not gonna say his name or whatever, but when people try to use other people who have unfortunate things happen to them to get a one up on Keemstar, it's the saddest shit in the world, dude. It genuinely is. It makes me sick. I think it makes a lot of you guys in the chat sick.
In the name of Pieman.
Yeah, Augie you guys know what I'm talking about.
Augie was not like really involved, and I've been like, I kept track of fucking everybody. Like, I was watching this happen because I like sympathize with this kid because I was like, I'm incredibly socially awkward IRL. I use the internet as an escape sometimes, and if this happened to me while I was a small YouTuber, I don't think I would have been able to fucking take it as well. I sympathize with this kid. What hurts about this more is that these weren't Twitter randos that did this. This was our own fucking community. And it's just so fucking gross that something like this happened and people didn't think to themselves before they all started fucking dogpiling on this fucking socially awkward 15-year-old. You'll be lucky if this kid accepts your fucking apologies, because those apologies, they don't deserve to be fucking accepted. You're only apologizing because you know what you did looks so fucking shitty, and I hope it follows you and you look like a dumbass the rest of your fucking time online.
The worst part is that I know what outsiders are gonna do with this. If this blows up, what they're gonna do is they're gonna be like, look, they're already trying to push the narrative that just simple commentary channels like us like kill people. All right, they're trying to push that narrative. Yes,
you're responsible for the next wave of school shootings.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna take this and they're gonna be like, look, drama content on YouTube needs to go. All right, because it leads to people actually dying or something like that. Even though that's probably more retarded than video games make people violent or whatever, but it's the same logic or whatever. And that's what they're gonna do. The community is so weird, all right, because with Slazo, girl comes out with false allegations, everyone immediately believes that shit's all over Slazo. With Ivory's situations, Ivory comes out with allegations, and although Pyro is not a groomer, everything he said was fucking true. Everyone shits all over Ivory. It's like either everyone's anti-allegation when they're true or pro-allegation when they're false. There's no nuance. There's no critical thinking or whatever. Pieman allegations. Fucking Pieman allegations. Everyone's like, this kid's a pedo. He's gonna grow up to be a pedo. How do you know that? You can't say that. How do you know that? That doesn't make any... Yeah. What?
Yeah, I was arguing that with Zog today. He said, like, to prevent him from becoming a future groomer. This kid showed did nothing that would...
I like Zog, but that's a brain dead take.
Yeah, and that's what I said today. But like, also, this poor fucking kid before like the pedos, like the pedo allegation thing happened. This poor fucking kid, he was getting like this kid's continually been like ratioed by bigger YouTubers, like more like I like John, but like I'll say his name. Fucking John like has been going at this kid for a while to the point where this kid DM'd him. This kid DM'd him.
Nothing ever good comes of moral.
All right,
the poor kid DM'd him something, or it might have been somebody else. He's like, "Can you lay off?"
Here's the deal. Here's my stance on that. All right, here's my stance on that.
Small with no influence. Let's fucking attack him. Low hanging fruit.
I'm not gonna say that because I've definitely fucking attacked many fucking low follower accounts or whatever. If you put something on the internet, I think, yeah, everyone has full right to fucking criticize or meme the shit out of that. It's just like when it's actual allegations and when the kid is already like off the edge anyway, like, and you're trying to throw real shit at him, it's just like, all right, back off.
These people are just immature.
This is just gonna fuck you over in the future or whatever. I have no issue if people are ratioing the kid or whatever, or just making fun of him or whatever. I can't take a stance against that because that'd be inherently hypocritical from my perspective. But you gotta calling the kid a pedo is a lot different than, you know, just making fun of him or just goofing on him or whatever, you know? There's a little bit of a difference between that.
Well, Augie, like, goofing on these... Okay, but, like, everyone has the right to be criticized for going on the internet. But I think when you're like a fucking over 100K YouTuber and you're repeatedly just going after this like rando autistic 15-year-old who's a nobody with no fucking influence online, and you're repeatedly like dunking on him like and getting the fucking ratio from your like by your fans and shit, like at what point does that become a little fucking pathetic? I like John.
Yeah, you can have that opinion. But yeah, you don't like John too, so you know.
I mean with and shit with him, but I do like respect his takes a lot, like behind the scenes and shit, and he has like helped me with shit, and I've known him for a while. But at what point does it become pathetic to keep trying to fucking dunk on this kid for a ratio? I'm not saying John was involved with like the allegations, because I don't know. I don't think he was, as far as I know. I think he might have made a comment I heard, but besides that point, just like fucking dunking on a fucking rando like for no reason repeatedly gets kind of pathetic.
I think all John did was a while ago, like before any of these like allegations or whatever happened, he just made he just shared the tweet where Pieman says, "I haven't talked to girls outside of Twitter" or whatever. I don't think that's that bad, man.
Well, I don't know. I can't take that. I can't take the stance. I can't take that stance because I ratio the shit out of everyone. All right, I will ratio you if you have 1 follower or 1 million followers. But I mean, I respect your take, and I understand what you're saying, but I quite literally can't agree because I'd be a fucking mega hypocrite myself.
Yeah,
I don't know. Look, you make jokes about whatever you want. Make jokes about whatever you want, but when things get a little bit serious or whatever, when it's like fucking pedo shit, like fuck off with that shit. And when he's like kids talking about offing himself, not that I think he will, just maybe lay off or whatever. Look, I like Pieman, and I'm not saying that ironically either. I think the kid's funny, and I hope he comes back.
If a minor does say that they're going to kill themselves, it's not super cringy to look into like finding some way to contact people to do some sort of wellness check. It's not like some sort of swatting thing. Just whenever any minor does that, it's just like, yeah, he's probably joking, but the worst case scenario is that like we annoy his parents or something like that. Like,
was Aiden being the most reasonable person here? I mean, look, I'm not saying like beat kids over the head until they off them. That's actually the opposite of what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is like, I have no issue if you want to make fun of somebody or want to bully somebody. My whole philosophy is if you put something on the internet, it's absolutely liable to get ripped apart.
I agree with you. Anybody can rip it apart, but at the same time, we can criticize them for ripping apart when they're a 100K sub YouTuber and they.
I don't like looking at numbers and shit. That's just where I come from.
Fucking nobody on Twitter.
All my stance on this is that like when the situation was found out, instead of his friends and all these other like adults just fucking like trying to like hound him publicly, they should have just went behind the scenes, talked with him privately, said, hey, this is not okay, blah blah blah, and then moved on instead of trying to make it into like a big story. Oh, we're gonna make a stream, oh, have you come onto a fucking Nick stream with the tier list, oh, did you hear about Pieman, just like fucking talk to the kid and like be normal about it. Like stop.
If anything, this
like these guys are just as socially inept as him in some regard.
Yeah, if anything, the guy who really should be bullied is this fucking Spurg that wants to like LARP as Chris Hansen. Like that guy should be bullied the fuck out of.
His dumbass fucking like quote unquote friends. But also Pieman, if you're watching this by chance, like I'd like to like get in a Discord call and talk, because I could like teach you what's like fucking help for me like when this shit happens, because I mean I'm not the same as you, but like I've been
Aiden gets bullied a lot on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah, I've gained a tolerance to it. Like I don't fucking
that actually kind of hurt me to listen to for a second. Like Aiden's like, listen, hop in a call, man. I know a lot about getting shit all over.
Well, no, it's not. God. No. When you guys like fucking like roast, that's not what I'm referring to.
I know.
I say that shit back, but I understand like when you're like really socially awkward and just trying to fucking like make it in the community and shit. And I also understand like when like people sometimes mindlessly dunk on you. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm just talking about some other arguments I've had. Just like reach out to me. It may not help, but I'll tell you what's worked for me and shit. And I would avoid. You could still make videos if you really want to make it. My best advice is keep making videos. Like stop using Twitter for a while. Just make videos if you really want to make it.
Yeah,
here.
I would agree with that. Another piece of advice for him I would say is just find different internet friends, because these guys clearly don't have your best interest in mind. Find like a nice new group of friends to just hang out with and be chill with and positive vibes.
RFC After Hours is a live trending issues and entertainment broadcast with co-host Boblax, broadcasted every weekday, Monday through Friday, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. The show is for entertainment purposes only. All chat messages and donations read are the words of the original messenger, and certain viewpoints expressed do not reflect that of myself or Boblax.